and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, December 11th, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I am worthy of my illuminated infinite possibility desires. And today we have a new moon in Sagittarius. So this is a time, new moons are a time, they're a time of beginnings and endings. They finish the last lunar cycle, they begin a new lunar cycle. And we're having it today at 2:29 a.m. Pacific time. It is a time to plant seeds, a time when you put them into the fertile ground, basically, the fertile energy of the universe. The sun and the moon are in alignment when we have a new moon. And this new moon is happening at 19 degrees in Sagittarius. So 19, I was looking at the number. I was like, oh, I love that, because 1 is the beginning and 9, is like an ending before you start the double digits. So there you have an ending and a beginning. 1 and 9 equals 10. And I love to think with the whole worthy thing, the self-esteem thing, you are a 10. You are worthy of your desires. You are worthy of living the life that you've dreamed of living. And if there's a sign that loves to connect to those infinite possibilities, and go for it, it's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about that. So this is such a fertile new moon, filled with ripeness, filled with that energy to take you straight into that which you desire. So I want to mention the Sabian symbol for this new moon in Sagittarius. It says, pelicans menaced by the behavior and refuge of men seek safer areas for bringing up their young. And I feel like this is like, we need to be like the pelicans when it comes to our dreams, our daydreams, our desires, what we want to bring into our life. There are people who are going to be like, that's not realistic, don't put all your eggs in a basket, and while their advice may be helpful, you can always learn something from somebody. At the same time, you have to take yourself out of the world for a minute, take yourself out of reality, everybody else's reality, and put yourself just present with yourself. Be present with yourself alone so you can be in your energy and be with your soul and really tune into what is it that it's desiring, what is it leading me into. And so I feel like it's really important with this new moon, as you make your intentions to co-create with the universe, take some time. Turn off your phone, turn off the computer, turn off the TV, turn off the music, turn off everything, and just be one with yourself and just tune in. What is your soul calling on you to do? How is your soul calling you to move forward? And once you feel that, you will know. But you gotta protect yourself the way those mama pelicans are taking care of their baby pelicans. Take care of your inner child like that. Take care of your inner soul. Take care of your inner desires that way. And that's one thing that a lot of teachers of manifesting will say. There's two ways. The people who will go around and tell everybody, like, I'm bringing this into my world, I'm bringing this into my world, and the naysayers don't affect them. But there are the people who are very affected by the naysayers. I can tell you, I can be one of them. Like, if somebody starts raining on my parade, vibrationally, I pick it up, and it's very hard for me to get back into that place. So, for the people who are like that, who are sensitive to that energy, take some space as you make your manifestations. And this begins the next phase of the moon, where we start building into the next. And we have Capricorn energy coming online. And Capricorn energy, it's an earth sign. It makes things manifest. So keep aiming with this new moon in Sagittarius to your illumined, infinite possibility desires that you want to carry in, to call in. Know that you're worthy of them and let them come in. So after that, we have some interesting astro coming in as well. We have the moon finishing up in Sagittarius, meeting up with Jupiter in Virgo. This is 22 degrees, a master degree. So this is about self-mastery, self-work. Self-work, not self-worth, self-work. although it's always about self-worth. But there's a healing aspect of this. Jupiter in Virgo is about listening to your body. So, again, I feel like this is the same thing. Don't let the world tell you what to do. Feed off of the information. Let it come in. Let what serves you feed you. And then let go of the other stuff. So let that feed in. Let your body also help guide you in this. The body is so important. Your body is like the home of your soul. And like all those cells in your body, it's like direct connection to your cells. So your body is going to feed you so much information. And that is going to be very helpful because we also have a Chiron aspect today. We have Mars in, where is Mars? Mars is in Libra, in conjunct Chiron in Pisces today. So in conjunct, it's an interesting connection. It's like, oh, we're not seeing quite eye to eye, but but we're connected. We're connected with this. So Mars is telling us to be actionable. We already got the information from the connection of the moon and Jupiter at 22 degrees. That information, whether it came from without, whether it came from within, we got some new information. And then part of mastery is knowing what to do with that information that's going to lead to your healing. So Mars is saying, take some action, take some healing action in your life. And it's just as important what you stop doing is what you keep doing. That was one of the messages yesterday with the Chiron stuff. What are you going to do? Whether it's stopping something, seizing something that doesn't work for your body, or if it's, moving in a way, okay, I have to, start bringing this into my life. And I want to remind you that we don't know what healing looks like. Healing looks like many things for many of us. So I heard so many Chiron stories the other day with all the Chiron energy of different things that people went through physically in their bodies. And they were like, well, is this healing? Yes. Yes, healing was happening. Even if you didn't know what was going on in your body, maybe, for me, I've been working through a lot of anger, just to be straight up real with you. I have been working through so much anger. And I think it's part of the process of this whole year, what's come about. And me putting some new things into place. My ring got caught in my hair. Sorry. But that's been part of my healing because anger is inflammatory. It doesn't feel good. I needed to process through this so that I can be light, what I am. Because it's funny, I have written here, you're a beacon of light. Don't hide your light. Which is part of this energy, I think. Part of this healing energy. Any healing that we need to do is taking us from disease into ease, into the place of our light. So with this, I also wrote down with everything that's going on in the astro, we're still working with Mars opposite Uranus energy, this new moon, and this Pallas Pluto connection. That's really interesting too. Pallas shaking up patriarchy, shaking up the way we've done things, and bringing it into a new way, structuring the feminine into daily life. I wrote down, and I just think this is so important to remember through all of this, radical self-love, radical self-approval, radical self-acceptance. Healing is going to come through that. Your light comes through that kind of energy. Let that light up your life. That kind of energy, you are worth it. Again, you're worth it. So finally, we finish up with the moon shifting into Capricorn. And we're going to talk about more of that tomorrow because it's going to be happening late in the day. But moon in Capricorn, like I said, we're taking aim with moon in Sagittarius, this new moon in Sagittarius. And then the moon shifts into Capricorn. And because we've spent that space dwelling on those infinite possibilities, our soul path, our soul desire, we can then be actionable and let ourselves take those steps, whether they're baby steps or big giant leaps, into those infinite possibilities. I want to mention too, because this popped out yesterday and I was like, oh, I feel like I should mention this one. I love mantras. I feel like there's so much power in the vibrational sounds. And a Lakshmi mantra came up the other day. And so it's Om Shri Mahalakshmiye Swaha. And that's Om and salutations to she who manifests every kind of abundance. So, Let that be part of your process. So let me show you the cards. Okay, I got conditioning and innocence. And this is who we are. We are these old souls with this light, these old souls with this young spirit. And we've been conditioned. We've covered up that light. We've covered up the light in ourselves. Nikki and I had a conversation with that earlier this week. You know, the light can be scary to us because I think there's been a lot of times when, in past lives, where the light has been snuffed out. We have to uncover it. Let yourself be that beacon of light. Let yourself be this innocence that you are. This is the Sun card. You are a light being. You don't have to play these games anymore. You don't have to play the games of the world. Trust yourself. Take that leap or baby step, whatever that is for you, into the light. So, I hope you have a beautiful new moon. I would love to hear what you're manifesting in your life, so please share with me what you're calling in, what you're bringing in for yourself, and how you're taking those steps, how you're being actionable. Or maybe you don't know how you're going to be actionable and you're just sharing it. Or maybe you don't want to share it because you don't want anybody to, poo-poo, rain on your parade. That's fine too. But I love hearing from you guys. Thank you for all your support this week. I've gotten so much from you guys, and I really appreciate that. And book the reading. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.